Okay, for real this time. Hi. was not quite ready the first time. So we just threw another little 2 minutes in there. You could see the panic in the rip, 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 rip. Anyway. I did get a haircut. I forgot I got a haircut.
You've already grown accustomed to your haircut.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you go from like your hairs to here to this, then you notice. But when it's just a little bit and then it goes down, you don't think about it.
Grab the glasses, please, for me.
Yeah, you already know that you want it. Okay. You got it.
Yeah. You're using it. No, I need it.
Well, I mean, you're not here yet. So when you get here, you can have it. Okay, you can have it. There you go. Anyway, morning. Morning. It is Tuesday, April 5th, 2022. And it's the first breakfast stream of April. So that's exciting. Does that mean anything? Not really. But still, it's nice. Early beans. You gotta keep people on their toes. Does it mean the beans are fresh? No. Doing the beans immediately while they are stale. These are the March beans. I have not yet had time to refreshen the beans. But on the bright side, even though they're stale, they're early. So, you know, it's you get something. For everyone who pledged to Patreon last month and is eagerly awaiting your name, Thursday. Also, on that note, skibbity, 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 doobity, 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 doobity. On that note, I'll try and have a new Patreon video out, let's say tomorrow. I would say today, but today is going to be a wild day. Because...
Oh, I should have cut this apple smaller.
If you didn't see my tweet, whatever it was, yesterday, here's what's going down. Right now... Coffee, because we're doing breakfast stream. However, at 3 p.m. Eastern today, which is in 6 hours from now, so in 6 hours, Dan is joining me here because Nintendo sent over a copy of the new Lego Star Wars game. Yeah. It's kind of weird that they did, but whatever. I'll take it. So for everyone that really enjoyed me and Dan playing Lego Star Wars together during Extra Life, guess what? More of that. Except this time it's an entire stream, so that's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern. Can Dan be the car? We probably shouldn't plan on that, as that was definitely a glitch. But if we could do it, yeah. If someone knows how to do it, like, consistently, show up at 3 and tell me that. Because I would be the car. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be doing that. That'll probably go until, my guess would be 6. Probably wouldn't go much later than 6, maybe a little before. And then tonight, it's disco only at whatever time we do that. I never remember. 9 Eastern? Sounds correct? 9. So, to recap, a stream this morning at 9 a.m., a stream in the afternoon at 3 p.m. and then a stream this evening on John's channel at 9 p.m. Trademark says whenever John decides to start. Yeah.
Nightbot says 8.
I feel like it's 9. Anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna read alerts now, and then at some point I'll eat this toast. I actually got 3 pieces of toast because I was finishing up the butter from Colosseum, which is the butter and canola oil that we don't normally buy, and I had made 2 pieces of toast, which was my normal amount, and I started to spread the butter, and I was like, oh, this is too much butter. This is too much butter for the amount of toast I have. So I had to then scramble and make a 3rd thing of toast. Or I would have been on time. I am Toast Boy. Thank you. Just call me Mr. Toast Man. Boy. Child. 20 months from Desidel Racing 62, 23 months from Phoenix Zuzo, 19 months from The Great Perhaps, 15 months from Neji 10 Forever 67, 31 months from Aldo 512. 300 bits from KB29. There were 2 geese on my neighbor's roof when I left for work this morning. Haven't seen that before. I was mildly concerned. I don't think I've ever seen a goose on a roof either. That is different. Actually, speaking of geese, this morning, it was before you woke up, but after I woke up. In that narrow zone, in the narrow zone, there were 2. I'm assuming it was 2 geese, or 1 geese that was like working overtime. But 2 geese at least went by. Like they must have flew right past the back of the house, and they were honking. That's why I think there were 2, because it would have been a very talented single goose.
To honk that much?
To honk that much. But it was loud, and I actually, you know, after they left, I was like, and I peeked in on Mal to see if that had woken her up, because it went right by the bedroom. But you did not wake up. You are immune to geese honk. Which is good. That's a good skill. That's a good little skill to have.
Celebrate your solar eclipse in style with Tiny Eddie's herbaceous and fruity bulldozer shortbread.
It's a shortbread that'll bulldoze your intestines. This is from Breathe Wildly. It says, we were listening to a piece in my music history class the other day, and I couldn't figure out where I knew the tune from. I watched one of your VODs and finally figured it out. It is the tune that plays during a Tiny Eddie alert. Shaking my head. I love that. I love that. I think the greatest thing is knowing that you've ruined a piece of music for people forever. That's my favorite thing. Anyway, enjoy your bulldozer bread. Also, I like the beginning of that. Celebrate your solar eclipse in style. Remember when there was a solar...
Eclipse.
I wasn't even going for that, but yes. Remember Solar Eclipse?
Mm-hmm.
There will be a future Solar Eclipse also.
2024?
Something like that.
Because one went this way and the other is like going this
Yeah,
way.
yeah, so we've talked about it before. Where Chaz and Jeff live now, there is going to be a solar eclipse.
Yeah.
In 2024. So that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
Is there going to be any between now and then?
Not here.
Not in the U.S.?
No, they're rare.
Anyway, that's a cool vlog. That's my story. That's
if
a cool
you can
vlog.
get to totality underneath it, go. It
If
is
you
not as
don't-
good if you're not underneath it.
Yeah.
It's kind of
This is very early information because this is 2 years away. But I want you to really intake this information right now. This is like important. If you are close enough to like
get
to get like to see some of it, go the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put in some amount of effort to see this thing, do it all.
Yes, you need the special glasses.
You do need the glasses, but they're remarkably inexpensive if you order them now. They're very inexpensive. It's just like as it gets closer to the date,
find.
then it's hard to find them. But yeah, just keep it in mind.
Yeah.
Just keep it in mind. Look at the 2024
It's in April.
totality map. Yeah, so it's literally 2 years from now. And like, if you're like, man, I think I would like to do that. Commit to being right in the line. Like, don't be 20 miles away. Be on the line. Anyway, it was just cool. I liked it when the sun did the thing. 37 months from Penguin Frog. 21 months from Chill Badger. 39 months from Ian Thay. Mark from Vermont gifted 5 subs to Retro Remedies, Glitch Whiz, Tap Griffin Girl, Naughtum Leaves, and Collard. Mark, thank you. Appreciate that. Which is this?
They're nutritious and delicious.
Doubtful.
Tiny Eddie skinny pumpkin and spaghetti muffins.
You could make that work.
Could you?
You could.
It's from Aldo. Said that I had to miss Tiny Eddie becoming sentient on Friday, but let's see what normal Eddie has for us. Pumpkin muffins, that's not unusual. Okay.
But you could put like butternut squash and spaghetti, which is kind of pumpkin. Because
Okay,
pumpkin is a squash.
Here's my problem. You're
Okay,
you're
yeah.
making a muffin. Spaghetti has
You
to
make
get
a savory pumpkin muffin and put a little bit of spaghetti on top, like a hat.
spaghetti deserves a hat.
Muffins deserve a hat.
I have to sneeze. Oh God!
Bless you.
Don't usually announce it like that.
Yeah.
And
You said it like you were panicking. I have to sneeze.
it's because the sneeze was starting by the time I got to the end of that, and it made it sound like I was a crazy person. Like, I have to sneeze! It was already coming out. Anyway, when I see spaghetti muffin, I think like spaghetti's just in the muffin, which it could work.
Kippy.
Hello, son. Would you like whatever this is?
Having
Yeah.
an unexpected morning. You need Tiny Eddie's Vermilion Butter Chow.
Remind me of the vermilion.
Red.
Red. Oh. You shouldn't eat red butter. That's
Wait,
from-
no. Vermilion green? It's red. Right? I'm second guessing myself now.
It's always the first thing you think.
Yeah, it's red.
Trust me. I feel like you're the one that's like,
Come on, buddy.
you are the one that should probably know this of everyone.
Viridian. That's the word I'm confusing it with. Thank you,
Viridian
Maxorin.
is green.
Come on, buddy.
That's from Colin, who says, "Hey Eddie, today is my birthday. What should I eat? If it helps, I'm turning 22. First off, Herf. Happy birthday to you, Colin. And second off, just butter. Just eat some butter. Just eat some butter. Just eat some red butter. Do. It's me, Sailor Moon. I mean, that's not too far off from what I'm eating. When I turned 22, I think I was still on my cheesecake kick.
Yeah.
I just got some vlogs edited. And one of the things that it's been a bit, right? Because I've been working on other stuff, but there's 2 vlogs today and 2 vlogs tomorrow scheduled. And one of the ones that's scheduled for tomorrow is my birthday for this year. I turned 33. But editing that vlog made me remember very specifically my 22nd birthday. Because I remember, and Becca called it out, it was Flamin' 22. And I believe I had a cheesecake. Cheesecake is good, but I got burnt out on it.
I see that, Brandon, and now I'm curious what happens if I search for Million Green.
Hey, a game.
Pikmin gets a duck friend that transforms into an elaborate ballroom gown.
It's like Bizarro Mario Odyssey.
Pikmin gets a duck friend?
Also, Pikmin in this context is very vague. Like a Pikmin? Like all Pikmin? Each Pikmin gets a duck? Do they go to an Oprah taping?
Is it one little Pikmin and one large duck turning into a large ballroom gown?
There's a lot of questions, but don't worry, they'll all be answered when you play the game. That was from Becca, who says, going to be at work during Thursday's stream, but I want to make sure I got this in for Mal's birthday tomorrow. Happy early herf, Mal.
Thank you.
Let's see what game Rad has as a present for you. You would play Pikmin Duck Ballroom Gown game.
Yeah.
And any more Pikmin games would be fun, as long as they're not two. I had a conversation with Emil just the other night, and we were talking about games. And we got on the subject of Pikmin 2. We both kind of agreed we could go without playing Pikmin 2. We could skip that one. Also, yeah, tomorrow is Mallory's birthday. Happy early birthday.
Thanks. I wonder if I'm going to get a call from my dad today. There was seriously like 5 years in a row he called me on the 5th and was like, I'm the worst father, I forgot your birthday. And I'm like, it's tomorrow.
Better to be early than late, I guess.
And like sometimes I wonder if he's joking because he'll call me up and he'll be like super formal, like he's calling a business or something. And I'm like, hi. The first time I thought it was a joke. And he's like, no, he's like, I actually forgot. And I'm like, you forgot that it's not happened yet? And he's like, yes.
I don't know how people remember birthdays.
Hi, you. Come here.
I sometimes have a vague sense of when they are.
In my friend group in high school, today was one of our friends' birthday, and then tomorrow was mine. And then 2 months later, we had two friends whose birthdays were also on the 5th and the 6th. So it was like 5-6 and 5-6.
Chill Day says, we write them down, Stephen. I mean...
Come here.
Sure. And like...
Here.
Your phone or Facebook or something may just, straight up remind you. But there's also people that exist in this world.
That can just remember?
They know people's birthdays. And
Yeah.
like, I know some, but not a bunch. I usually remember people's birthdays in relation to my own if they're close by.
Yeah.
What is memory? I must find out. Yeah, it doesn't help when you don't even remember how old you are.
That's a big one for me.
But who can remember?
Noah, is your birthday the same as my sister's?
Anyway. Renee said, I remember my kids' birthdays, but it's because I was there. True?
Enjoy the taste of Tiny Eddie's Dill Parrot Muffins.
Oh. Parrot got into the muffins again. This is from Leaf, who says, what's this? Why, it's an early happy birthday snack from Mr. Tiny Eddie himself. Happy early birthday, Mal.
Thank you.
The concept of a dill muffin is odd, but that could probably work. It gets a little off the rails when you are inserting parrots.
Dill is like... Tiny Eddie picked my least favorite spice.
Really?
Yeah. I only like dill when it comes to pickles.
I mean, it's not a traditional muffin ingredient, but,
But, you put it with butter and, fish. I don't like it.
Can't do anything about the parrot. I'm sure there's someone somewhere that, eats parrot, but that doesn't seem to be pretty. common around here. 20 months from DJ Moore 15. We get a subscription from Pudsey. Welcome. 30 months from Platinum Pikachu 153. 31 months from LCD. 30 bits from Jaboka says, so fun fact, I know 10 people that were born in April, and half of them were born on April 6th. Happy birthday, Mal, Dan, and also my mom, since she can probably overhear this from the TV.
Happy birthday to your mom.
Happy birthday to your mom. That's kind of interesting that you know so many people born on just that day. As a reminder, not only is tomorrow Mal's birthday, it is also Dan's birthday. So, later today, when Dan is here, you can say happy birthday to Dan, too. And I think Dan's probably going to do a stream tomorrow on his birthday.
On his channel.
On his channel. Yeah, well, it would be weird if he came over here for his birthday and then streamed on our channel just by himself. That'd be a little weird. I'm halfway through this toast.
You have so much toast. We have 34 months from Amaranth. Kepler, calm down. 6 months from Swift Force Sweeper. 33 months from Goldmage 162. 500 bits from Gamer Girl Life. So my aunt was admitted to the hospital yesterday and her heart is acting up. My dad's boyfriend is still in the hospital. Can we get some good vibes?
Yeah. Good vibes.
I'm sorry there's so much going on in the family.
I hate that feeling of,
When it rains, it pours?
I was going to say exactly those words. You know, when you're already dealing with a thing and then another thing. Especially when it's health issues, because, like, every issue in life has weight, right?
Yeah.
Health issues have a lot of weight. So, I hope that things get less heavy soon. Because it sucks trying to, you know, have to deal with all of that. So, I hope everything's alright with them. We also had 26 months from Gamer Girl Life. Appreciate it. 300 from Ann, who says, did you know the band Blue Oyster Cult has a song called Florida Man? I thought of it after the enjoyable hijinks of Tiny Thomas last week. To be perfectly honest...
What's their big hit?
Don't Fear the Reaper.
Okay.
And, like, I don't know that I know a ton of Blue Oyster Cult songs otherwise. Maybe I should listen to them at some point. Yeah. It's a good song. The Don't Fear the Reaper. Godzilla was a good song? I don't remember that one. Oh yeah, they do Burning for You too. Okay, well, I need to listen more. Also, and this is gonna like blow you guys' mind. You know, there's like a lot of music. There's just so much. What am I on right now? What am I working through?
Last I saw, you were working through J.
I'm finishing.
So you have to go back to Blue.
There's more than two music. I'm finishing up Jonathan Colton.
I knew you were on J.
That's where I'm at. I had a lot to add from Jonathan Colton's because I was a huge fan of Thing a Week, but I hadn't heard any of the new stuff. So I've been listening to that. So whatever that album is, Solid State. I'm in the middle of listening to Solid State.
Is he still on Ask Me Another?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So I'm working through it. It's a work in progress. I'm almost out of J. I've been almost out of J for months.
Yeah.
I'm not moving very quickly. It's happening. It's
300 bits from Jay Lineback. Saw your tweet a while ago, and I agree, Steven. You should do a crowd control stream. It would be extremely entertaining.
I've given it some thought, and it's something that we may do.
Oh, Ask Me Another was canceled.
At some point. I'd probably do like Super Mario 64. Just because I like that game. I'm pretty familiar with it. I'm not like a speedrunner, but I can beat it. It'll be interesting to have extra stuff happening. Hadudo says, I should listen to music outside of my like 4 bands I like. I mean, I think it's important to have music that resonates with you.
Yeah.
So if you've got a few bands that you're like, man, this resonates with me. I like this a lot. That's not in any way, shape, or form a problem.
What's the website where you can type that in and it gives you like the cloud of things that are similar? Every Noise at Once?
I've seen it, but I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the things that has blown me away is how good Spotify's algorithm is. I presume that the other streaming services are probably also really, really good, but we just happen to have Spotify.
Everynoise.com.
I tend to listen to like my playlist exclusively. However, on occasion, I will instead just search for a song. Like a song will come to me, like, oh my god, I want to play this song. So I'll tell the robot when we're in the car, and I'll be like, play this song. And then the robot plays the song, and then after that, it just starts playing music based off of that song. And I think the wildest thing
is it sounds like your playlist.
Half of the songs are already on my playlist. Like, and sometimes I forget it's not playing my playlist because it'll play so many songs in a row that are already on my playlist, and then it'll suddenly play a song I've never heard, and I'm like, it's like, what? I don't remember putting this on my playlist. And then it's like, it's not your playlist. I'm like, oh. And then it's a lot of times it's stuff I like. I'm like, well, all right, okay. It's nice.
Do you remember the singer that sang the song that They Might Be Giants covered? And you were like, did you know so-and-so actually did the song? And it was like kind of a kid's song?
That was a little vague.
I'm never gonna remember it.
Stephen, why aren't you singing? Been a while since we heard the Yoshi's Island song.
Elizabeth Cotten.
Oh!
She popped up on Every Noise when I typed in a band that I totally wouldn't think was related, and she was in the cloud around it.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget which song it was. But
you know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, I know
The
what you're
cat
talking
took
about.
a
walk. Taking my...
Oh, a
dog.
cat named Dog.
Yeah, cat named Dog. Taking my cat named Dog. Or walking my cat named Dog. Anyway.
There is neat stuff out there.
Music is great. If you're not a big music person, I mean, I don't think I'm going to convince you otherwise, but like, I would urge people to always continue to search out other music. I think it's crazy because like when you establish music that you like, you're like, oh, you keep it really close to you. Like this represents something, you know, especially if it's a particular song or particular band you were listening to at the time in your life and it has deep meaning for you. And you kind of, because I'm this way, you don't think about listening to other music because it seems too hard or something. Yeah. That's how I think about it. It's like I can't, the idea of like, oh, there's other music and other artists. I'm like, oh my god, that's like, how would you ever even do that? But the way that I have found works best is if I forget to, you know, put the playlist on or whatever, and it recommends me something. A lot of times, if it's recommending me based off the other things that I'm listening to, like it does pretty good.
See, the problem for me is I'm not normally at my computer when I do that. So I have to kind of like be like, oh, this song has come up before, I like it, and then try and search it out. Which is how I found like Emperor X, who I like, and like The World is a Beautiful Place, and like...
There's definitely been times where I've been sitting in a restaurant
and heard something.
And like it's 99% of the time it's like it's background tunes, but then once in a while your brain's like, I like this. What is this? I need to... And you're quickly like, phone, tell me what this is. Tell me what this is.
Or you're quickly typing
Or you're typing out the lyrics or something. That happened to me with Hourglass by Squeeze. I heard Hourglass by Squeeze in a restaurant once, and I was like, this is great.
Pick up a fresh box of Tiny Eddie's Fruity Pterodactyl Tarts.
Fruity Tarts is good. That's a good combo. We did get the pterodactyl in there, but,
Yeah.
you know, tarts are fruity, so we almost had something. It's from Mr. Viperfang, who says, hey, Tiny Eddie, do you have a good snack to enjoy while discovering music for your playlists? I mean, it's kind of like a Pop-Tart, except it has prehistoric animal parts inside. But
A fruit tart, though, with, like, a little bit of, like, the creme anglaise, like the little vanilla pudding-y, like a true fruit tart. Oh, those are so good.
the ones you get at the hotel. At the hotel.
I don't know why you put that with hotel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have said the hotel. Hotel.
No, I just don't see the...
Oh, what are you asking?
Why
when you
why
get
are
the-
those linked in your head?
Because that's where you get them. That's where you get apple juice, and that's where you get tarts.
This is a good bop.
Anyway, Mr. Viperfang, thank you. And,
These?
what the heck is that?
That's a fruit tart.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about.
I know.
That's not at the hotel.
I know.
It's
Do
not
you
even.
see why
It's
I'm
not even at the
confused?
hotel. What?
Do you see why I'm confused?
What am I talking about?
I don't know.
I'm thinking of Danishes. Thank you, Joe. What? How different is a Danish from a tart?
A Danish is like puff pastry. A tart is like shortbread.
So, like, not the same.
No. When I was at UW Stout for college, they had these big sugar cookies, and sometimes it would be cream cheese, but other times it was frosting. And that, when it was frosting, that was the best. And then they put like slices of fruit on top, and it was a fruit pizza. Those were good. It was probably my favorite thing at school.
I do better with images.
I know. So I pulled up a picture.
Thank you. I don't, like, sometimes I can be talking about something with somebody, and we might not be on the same page. That's why images are so good, because it's like, hey, this is a Danish, and you're like, oh my god, that's not what I'm talking about. Or that is what I'm talking about. Not a tart. Sometimes. I'm a super visual person. I can't
3,
stand...
cloud egg. Yes, Sapphire Becca.
I can't stand going to the restaurant and it's not just straight up a whole picture menu.
If it's not a picture menu, Steven is like almost angry. I need pictures. You know what I like? When there's pictures.
80% of the time I
That's
order...
all he talks about.
80% of the time I order whatever the photo is.
Yeah. If there's a
You got
photo,
you got a menu?
that's the one he goes with.
You got a menu with 20 things, and there's like 2 things that have photos, I almost always order one of those things.
And the rare times we do like DoorDash or whatever, or Uber Eats, sometimes they have like all photos. You're so happy.
Yeah. I've been to places where it's...
This legit changes my view of Steven.
I can't read! It's I don't know, it's a big thing for me. Like, I've been to restaurants where every single menu item has a photo,
Yes.
and oh my god, it's great. It's great. Because it takes... Here's the problem. I actually just had this conversation with you and Dan.
Yeah.
When we went to the breakfast place the other week.
Yeah.
The problem is, when you read a menu... I need to sit up because this is serious. When you read a menu, your brain has to figure out everything.
All right. This is a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant.
Your brain has
Steven
to read
be
that.
like, all right, croissant.
I have to think,
bacon.
what is an egg? Then I have to visualize egg. Okay, egg. There's bacon. Okay, what is bacon? I have to visualize bacon. So I gotta visualize all this stuff.
And then put them together.
And then, isn't that reading? No! It's different.
Visualize egg.
It's different because that when food is involved, it's not just read. You have to. Oh my god! So when you read something, if you're just reading like an article, like there's some amount of like subconscious understanding. At dinner time, at food time, you have to visualize that food because you're going to be consuming it completely different. That's why whenever I'm looking at the menu, I'm so pissed off if there's not just a photo. Because if the photo, instant. My brain knows immediately what my eyes have seen.
See, the only time I'm upset about menus is when we go to a sushi restaurant that's like gone a little crazy with their sushi rolls, and there's like 30 of them, and it's like, well, this one is tempura blah 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 blah, and this one is blah 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 tempura, and they're all the same ingredient, and they basically just all bleed together, and then we'll look at each other and be like, all right, which one you want to order? And I'm like, I don't know, they're all the same.
That is a big problem.
Yeah.
Sushi restaurants and Mexican restaurants need photos. Because in both instances, it's like 50 items that are all using the same ingredients.
Yeah.
Please show me a photo.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, this is the same ingredient. There's like 6 items on the Mexican restaurant menu that are the exact same ingredient list. I need to see a photo. I have definitely been in restaurants and Googled pictures of the things because I'm like, okay,
like
which one is this?
The hip American sushi places are the biggest offenders.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of times, I'll get back to alerts in a second. A lot of times, you get to a restaurant and they're like, here is the menu, and then here is a small thing that has like 6 specials on it, and they have photos. I order the specials because you get to see what they look like. They're going through all of the trouble of photographing this food and trying to make it look delectable, and it works on me very well. Okay, I don't know if I'm done with this rant, but I will put a pause on it so I can read alerts now. 300 Bits from Radio Dread says, Tuesday Clown Test. Thank you for your Tuesday Clown.
So you love the drive-thru. Steven hates the drive-thru, especially at Taco Bell. Put a pause on it for 12 hours.
I don't hate the drive-thru.
You hate the drive-thru.
I mean,
because you're like, I don't know what to order. There's no pictures.
That is very specifically Taco Bell.
You also have that problem at... You hate Panera because of that.
Panera is a different problem. Panera is a very different... Panera... I just have extreme problems with Panera at a very, like, base level, because you go in and you look up at the board and it doesn't tell you the ingredients.
It's just like...
turkey bacon sandwich, and you're like, okay, well, I've figured out that there's bacon and turkey and bread.
Is there mayo?
And then I have to ask them, I'm like, so what's on that sandwich? Well, you know, these 3 things, but then also these other 6 things. Just, I need to know.
Steven has to be inside at Panera, and the iPads have to be working. If they're not, he is angry.
It's very difficult to order when you don't know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll come back to this. 300 Bits from Pudsey, who says, just finished watching all the vlogs or taking the journey, so thought I'd start coming to breakfast streams. Thanks for all the entertainment and fun.
Congrats, that's a big achievement.
It gets harder every day. So, huge congrats to you, Pudsey. It will... You are currently done with it until later today when there's more. It's a never-ending thing. Yeah, I bet it took a long time. So that's the thing. I remember when we only had like 1,000 vlogs.
Yeah.
Only 1,000, and like that was a big thing. Like, man, I did it. I watched 1,000 vlogs. We're actually 4,500 deep at this point, so it's actually, you know, it's a while.
Scroll up a little bit.
Yeah.
Someone said that Captain McKitty said, I'm at September 2019, and here I am thinking, that's not too far off.
Yeah, I mean, when the scope is this big,
Yeah.
it's like, it's not too bad. Anyway, I'm glad that you have enjoyed it, and also welcome to Breakfast Stream. It's always like this.
The worst way to start your dinner. Tiny Eddie's oven roasted brand new Zamponi brittle.
Oh boy. I don't think we
Here's
managed.
this product. It's the worst way to start dinner.
Customer Gabrobly says, how does Tiny Eddie visualize egg? I sometimes there's not just random crap thrown into the food. Like, I get sometimes we have animals, like the parrots and pterodactyls, but then sometimes it's like, oh, Zamboni! It raises a lot of troubling questions. Is it made with Zamboni parts?
Is it made by Zamboni?
Oven roasted, brand new. We have brand new. Cooked via Zamboni. Ooh, that's interesting. I like that.
Cold roasted. Will you stop kicking me?
Best part of waking up is Zamboni. 6 months from Berkey16. We have 300 bits of Platinum Pikachu says, so after this got brought up last week, yesterday I tried having some lemon juice on a piece of battered chicken. It worked fairly well, although it was hard to judge the right amount of juice to use. So, this is hilarious. The day that we talked about all that on stream, that night, we actually had lemon chicken.
And it wasn't like having chicken strips with lemon juice.
No. It was like, we baked a chicken.
It was baked chicken and there was
it had
lemon
lemon
on it.
zest and stuff on it. It was fine.
Don't you remember the time I roasted a whole chicken with lemon in Colombia? It's one of Haley's favorite recipes, and I tried it. And it was really tasty. It was just... I don't do well with whole chicken.
There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I haven't yet bought, like, chicken strips from chicken strip joint and just dipped it into lemon juice. I'm still interested in trying that at some point. Yeah, Noah, correct. That's how I feel anytime she ever brings it up. Because sometimes Mal will be like, do you remember the apartment layout in Colombia? And I'm like, no? What? I know that we lived there, only because we've definitely discussed it before. I vaguely remember the Thomas song. And that's it. I have it on film, and I can go back and pull it up and look at it.
There's things I miss about that apartment.
What do you miss?
There was less to clean, because it was small.
Yeah, it was as big as this room.
No, a little bigger than this room.
Not a lot.
No.
Not a lot bigger. It was a tiny place. Very tiny place. We have 309 bits from Item Crafting Live, who just writes 9. 43 months at Tier 2. Gold Toast from DNA Wheels 01. Appreciate that. 6 months from Airbender 56. 13 months from Balix Butterfly. 16 months from Real Moist Pony. 27 months from the Thunder Striker. 37 months from Spin and Drap. 24 months from Kayla Crisp 88. Congrats on the 2.
Oh, the clapping woke up Kippy.
Oh, he's fine. And I went through and did all of the sub stuff. Now I'll go back for the bit stuff. 500 from Item Crafting Live. Remember, if the moon is between the Earth and the sun, it's a lunar eclipse. If the Earth is in the middle, it's a solar eclipse. And if the sun is between the Earth and the moon, it's an apocalypse. Yeah, I think if the sun is between the Earth and the moon, I think we done been burned up.
What if the moon, like, because we captured the moon, right? Like, what if the moon, like, somehow escaped orbit, and then by the time we rotated around, then it would be...
These are discussions to have with your astronomer sister, and not, like...
She's at work
me.
right now.
She's at work, so I'll have to tell Steve. Yeah, I do like that phrase. I was thinking that whenever you said that. We captured the moon. Which is, like, not wrong. It's just funny to me. It's just very funny. 300 from Radio Dredge says, Happy early birthday, Mel. You are such an inspiration, and I
Thank
really,
you.
really admire you. You rock. I feel the same. Oh, did you get your full version out?
It's scheduled. Remember last night we had this conversation?
No.
Okay.
No. Is it?
You were like, you should schedule it. And I was like, I never do that. Okay.
When did you schedule it for?
What time did you tell me to schedule it for?
I probably told you to schedule it for, like, right after breakfast stream. So I bet it's... Okay, so it's probably scheduled for, like, 10:30.
It is 10:30. First you said 11, and then you go, no, 10:30, so I changed it.
Okay. Well, there'll be, that to watch at, in like 45 minutes?
Yeah.
So if you like Mouse stuff. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Mouse channel, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? She won't clog up your inbox. I feel like the Hurley boy. Let the girl live in your sub box. There's only 2 videos a month. Let her live there.
Let me be in your sub box. I won't take up much room.
It won't take up much room. Anyway, and if you haven't subscribed to StephenVOD, that would be neat if you did that. You know that we're in year 13, and I don't have one of them little placards. We're getting close, though. We're over 90,000, but we're not to the 100,000. So help me get to that placard. If we get it, I'll show it to you. That is my promise to you. If we get that placard, I'll say...
Wait, which channel?
For StephenVOD.
Okay.
Yeah. We got the one for Stephen Plays.
Yeah.
The next one for Stephen Plays is 1 million,
They've
which
changed the design.
I know, so they won't match, and I'm going to have to...
I think it's cool, though. It's like an evolution.
I know, but I wish we would have had the thing a long time ago.
That's fine.
Anyway.
I do like the version we have for Stephen Plays better than the new version.
It's true. If we get it, I promise I'll show it to you. I'll have it on stream. I'll say, look, you did this, and then I'll put it away. Ball's in your court. 300 bits from Jared Dillon, who says, we have a local radio station called the Colorado Sound that is incredibly dangerous for me to listen to because I always hear something that I need to buy every time. I mean, but that sounds like a good radio station. It's a thrilling. It's honestly thrilling. I'm gonna use that word when I hear a song for the first time that I immediately like, because that doesn't really happen very often. A lot of times it's through like repeated listening that I'm like, oh wait, I like this.
Yeah.
So when you hear something for the first time and you're like, what the hello there?
And you listen to something else by them and you're like, ooh, this is also good.
That's
You know you're in for a nice treat.
right.
This is my new obsession for the next 2 months.
Yeah. The typical way it works is you hear a song, you're like, well, we'll do that. And then you go to the band's page and you realize that the one that you heard was their top song, and you start to listen to some other stuff and you're like,
See, that doesn't happen for me, but maybe it's who I'm listening to.
maybe. It's nice to at least get a few things out of it. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not in love with the entirety of the band, but like I got 3 songs. It's not bad. What else we got? From LHMS1704, just wanted to have the opportunity to give out an early happy birthday
Thank
to you,
you.
Mel. Thank you for being the incredible person that you are, and I hope tomorrow turns out amazing. You're the best. It's very sweet. You know what you want to do for your birthday?
We're going to get lunch, remember?
Oh yeah.
Because you got to get blood work, so we're going to go down there. You're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
Get lunch.
I got news. To tell you about. I'm gonna read a few more things first. Reading it from the Reload, it says, to add on to the music discussion, I constantly find myself preferring Vocaloid music to mainstream songs since they're more catchy than the dubstep beats I keep hearing. Song recommendation, Villain by Tenny Woha. I mean, there is music for everybody.
Yeah.
I actually know multiple people that they only listen to video game OSTs. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's strange to me, but I'm just glad that people have something that they like. And I like video game OSTs. God knows that's true.
I vary in what I want to listen to. It's depending on what I'm doing in my mood, but I still vary even then. Like right now, I've been listening to podcasts while I paint, and I've been working my way through Adventure Zone.
Yeah.
What am I on? I forget which one I'm on, but that's what I'm listening to lately. And then I'll listen to Wait, Don't Tell Me if that's out, and Magic Tavern for podcasts. But then I'll be like, oh, let's listen to indie or punk, or I really like piano covers of songs.
Yeah.
And Vitamin String Quartet is similar, but it's stringed instruments.
Yeah, I like hearing weird instrumentation covers of songs. That's my... I really, really enjoy that. There is a band that I've always loved called Iron Horse.
Yeah.
And
I do love their stuff too.
Iron Horse is a bluegrass... They do their own stuff too, but primarily they're known for covers. And they'll just do entire albums that cover...
Their Modest Mouse album is my favorite.
Yeah, they did a lot of Modest Mouse music. And I already liked Modest Mouse, and it's easy to fall in love with bluegrass stuff. I really like bluegrass. Big fan of bluegrass.
Savor the fresh-baked goodness of Tiny Eddie's Periwinkle Zeppelin sausages.
You don't hear the word Zeppelin enough.
No, and actually it works really well next to sausage, because
I think
a
periwinkle...
sausage is kind of like a Zeppelin. Sorta. This is from Valix Butterfly. It says, happy early birthday, Mal. You're an inspiration and an incredible human being, sending you hugs and good vibes.
Thank you.
You can enjoy... I mean, I guess that would be a very big sausage.
They're
Size
just
of a
shaped
Zeppelin.
like Zeppelins.
That would be like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile being like a real wiener.
Did you know a lot of old skyscrapers have like Zeppelin landings up top?
I didn't know where that was about to go.
Like they have...
I thought you were going to be like a
some
lot of
them
old
were-
skyscrapers
Some of them
have
were designed
wieners.
to dock Zeppelins in like downtown New York.
Really?
Yeah. What's the tall one down there that's not World Trade Center 1?
Empire State?
Yeah, I think that's one of them.
Oh, okay. Huh.
I could picture it in my head.
Anyway. All buildings have wieners.
No, landing for Zeppelins.
Sorry, kids. That statement, a long period of silence, and then shuffling the children out of the room going, sorry, kids. 500 bits from Mr. Gameboy says, oh, that's why you don't read books. They don't have photos in them unless they are a kid book. It helps. It helps. I do love... That's probably why I prefer movies to reading. It's not like I don't have an imagination, but I do get angry at places that, for whatever reason, are like... Some places have no pictures. And, you know, I just think it would be nice if they just offered that. So they would just be like, do you want a picture menu? And I would say yes. Reading from Goldmage. Been missing streams as of late, and we'll have to miss more in the future. 2022 is Year of the Shrimp. Bless Chaz. Please tell us something about shrimp you learned this year. I think the thing that I learned the most is, or the thing that I remembered most, is the one shrimp, claw shrimp, when he does it, it's real strong.
The pistol shrimp.
Is that what it's called? If you've ever wanted to know exactly how much information I am retaining at any given time, Goldmage has sent 100 shrimp-related facts. And I have retained the one shrimp does the thing and it's strong. And like that's... Listen, we're all just out here doing our best. That's my best. That's my best. Claw shrimp does the thing and is real strong is the essence, I suppose. Right? I mean, I heard that. I was like, wow, it's real strong. And I don't remember how strong exactly. I just remember it's strong. It's like
strong.
It doesn't. It's like an ant. Because an ant is a little critter, but like an ant can hold a lot times its body weight. It's the same sort of thing. And I'm a big critter, and I can't. What's up with that? Reading bits of Mr. Viperfang says, so Stephen ponders the egg in this situation. I mean, it's happened. You know what I hate? This is another reason that picture menus would help. No, this gets me. This gets me. Sometimes, this happens a lot at breakfast places. I'll just tell you about a problem I've had all my life. When you're reading something and they offer, you're gonna get several sides, right? And it's like, you're getting one of 3 times 3 sides. Where they'll be like, you get to choose between grits, hash browns, or toast, and this, and this, and like you don't know what it's.
You have to choose one from each category.
Yeah.
But the wording is confusing.
And you're looking at it and you're like trying to figure out like, okay, but what is it I get? I get one of these, and sometimes it just comes up and it's like it'll be you ask the person, the server, you'll be like, I'll take this, and then they stop and correct you. And they're like, no, you don't get those. You get this and one of these. And I'm like, oh. And then I have to look back.
They
and
probably
like,
deal with that all the time.
There's commas in random spots. I don't know where. This would all be solved with just a photo.
But you get hash browns, comma, toast or fruit. And it's like,
I hate that.
which one? It's like, well, you get the hash browns, but then you have to choose between toast or fruit.
I also want all of them. God, we haven't been to a lizard's thicket in a long time.
Because they're in Colombia.
I know,
There's
and that's
one in
not where we
Florence.
live. I wouldn't mind going.
I want to go to Culver's.
Anyway, we got several alerts here from Blastoise Eats Non. It says, I don't believe anyone has NPC energy in the sense that their thoughts and feelings don't matter, but I did just walk past an old woman today who, presumably to no one, said, I've been dreaming of croissants, and trailed off while I walked by her, and I believe that is a moment I will never know more about. I like that story a lot. I think about that sometimes, the idea of like, you know, when you're living life, like you're in your own head, like you have your thoughts and you have an idea of what other people are thinking, but like you're living your own life. Sometimes when you walk by someone, you ever just like think about like that person is also a person, has lived an entire life, has their own dreams, aspirations, goals, etc. And you walk past someone and you're like, I'm probably never going to see that person. You just walk past, I'm never going to see that person again. And sometimes that person might be mumbling about croissants. Which is
sort of related in a way that I don't know how. We were out for a walk the other day, and there was a couple on a bike that biked. They came from behind us, and then they went past us. And they were like, oh, Stephen and Mal.
I did not like that.
And we were like, hi. And then they left, and we were like, who was that? We don't know any of our neighbors besides like the guy immediately next to us.
Yeah.
One neighbor out of everyone around us.
When someone just knows
your name,
my name, I'm like, who are you?
yeah.
I don't know you.
How do you know us? There's people that know your parents though. Because when your parents are here feeding Kepi, like they must be out front and like talk to neighbors. And then they're like,
Talking to neighbors is certainly a novel idea.
I don't know.
I've never considered it. Don't have a reason to start, but it's a novel idea.
Most of the people in our neighborhood are older and retired.
I think what happened is that there was a time long ago that like we were going for a walk. I may have told the story. Someone had stopped us. It was 4 people. Everyone in our neighborhood's old.
Yeah.
Not to be like they're all old, but I mean they're
Well,
old.
when you
They're,
live where
know,
we live, it's
a retirement
people
place.
retire here, like Florida.
So it was 4 people, probably in their 60s, maybe 70s, and it was like 2 couples, and they were chatting, and then we walked by, and we said hi because we always say hi to people, and
Myrtle Beach sounds like Beta, Florida. Yeah.
and they were like, "Do y'all live here?"
Because sometimes there's like 2 houses that are not Airbnbs, but basically that.
And I was like, "Yeah, we live here." And they're like, "Where you live?" And I'm like, "Just over the way there." "Which house?
What side of the road?
Which side of the road? We've never seen you before. How long have you lived here?" And I'm like, 3 years. They're like, "You've lived here 3 years? And we've never seen you?" And I'm like, "How long have you lived here? I've never seen you." I'm sure I've told this story before. But like, it,
Maybe it was those people on a
I
bike.
have a feeling.
We don't
I have
know.
a feeling. What happened is that they were probably like, we probably introduced ourselves, and we've never seen those people again. And then months later,
They've remembered our names.
remembered our names. When I guarantee you, I forgot their names seconds after I walked by because I can't retain that sort of information. There were 4 of them. It would have been hard if there was 1 of them. There were 4 of them. And they all give us their name. They may have not even told us their names. Who knows? Is one of them your eye doctor?
That would surprise me.
No.
But she would know us. Because she's just that good. There is a lady in our neighborhood who's always out on her bicycle. That's not this couple.
We do know her.
We don't know her name, though.
No, and she doesn't know ours.
No.
But we've
But she always waves very enthusiastically, like she's gonna crash her bike. She's waving at us. So,
and we've interacted with her like a lot.
Yeah.
Like 100 times or
Yeah.
more since we've lived here. She gave us Halloween candy.
Yeah. Her bicycle had like Christmas lights all over it at Christmas time. She
She's-
knows I had surgery and was recovering, but that's like it.
Yeah. Actually, come to think of it, isn't that how we met the other people? Everyone wants to ask, right? Because when Mao was just starting her recovery, she was supposed to walk. So we would go walk, but she could not walk very good
Or fast.
or fast. So we were kind of like doing just a little shuffle. And when you do a little shuffle, and people could kind of tell something's wrong, so then they were like, "Hey, what's wrong?" And then you're like, my wife had endometriosis surgery, had a hysterectomy. We just shuffle walking now, and then before you know it, your neighbors know your name. That's how they get you. Anyway, I'm sure our neighbors are great.
We don't know.
I
any
don't
of
know any of them. 20 months from StoopKid241. Just trying to acclimate ourselves to the community. Sassy. My wife lost some organs. We're just looking to see where she dropped them. Also, how does anyone go 3 years and not see us?
We're never outside because it's
But
always
we go
hot.
for walks.
We go during the day when everyone's either at work or inside.
I guess. It's just, I don't know. The idea of like someone just telling you, "Yeah, I live over there," and then someone being like, what?" Like,
I mean, think about
just
how many of our
believe
neighbors.
me. What? I don't have any reason to lie to you.
When we're out for a walk, just think of how many neighbors are constantly either like sitting in their garage watching TV or on their porches or whatever.
It is a lot. There's that one guy that I don't think he's ever been inside his house.
Yeah.
We've
He just
walked.
sits in a recliner watching an old CRT.
We've walked at all sorts of hours on all sorts of days, and there's a dude that I think he might be stuck. He might be stuck in that chair. There's a chair in his garage next to a CRT, and dude looks like he's super, super old, and that's all he does. He just washes it. Is he alive? I don't know. And actually, that is related. Every time we've walked by, he has been like asleep. Oh my God, he's been dead for like years. Anyway, he's probably doing well. 300 bits from Jay Linebeck says, "There's this weird trend of mobile gacha games having really great music. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and Master Duel being prime examples." I haven't played a lot of gacha games or mobile games in general, but it's nice to know that there's. I just want to say redeeming qualities. There's nothing wrong with gacha games. I mean, as long as you're well aware of what you're playing.
Yeah.
If it's good and you enjoy it, then I say go for it. But I guess it's sometimes confusing where good music will pop up in the most unexpected places. Yeah, I don't play mobile games anymore.
I only play Picross on my phone.
Picross?
Picross.
Or Picross. Or, if you're in the kitchen, pie crust. 300 from Goldmage says, frankly, I'm just impressed and proud that what you remembered wasn't just shrimp tastes good, especially on the picture menu. Also, Mal, early happy birthday. Who have you ever considered painting pictures for menus? It does seem easier to just take a photo.
Yeah.
Admittedly.
It'd be expensive.
To have paintings of everything?
Yeah. If a restaurant was like, we want paintings of everything.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be easier to just take a photo. That'd be cool though. I've never seen any place that did that because it's not practical at all. But I would like to.
I want to paint more fruit bowls.
I don't think anyone would stop you.
I know.
You've only ever done one, right? The Animal Crossing one?
Yes.
Yeah, it came out really good.
Yes.
Anyway.
The person who has it put it in their kitchen and I love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. 300 from Blastoise says, no, Zelda was the scientist. That little guy smashing pots is Zelda's monster. Hashtag, that's not Zelda. Zelda
Kirby
is
has lots of fruit.
Princess.
Coffee!
I could paint pudding.
Pudding, my favorite fruit.
Like the flan? Like...
There is just a lot
Like
of food in Kirby. Like, there always has been. So there's, Kirby as a fruit
Sassy,
bowl.
I like that. No, you put, like, fruit in a bowl, and then one of them is just a little Kirby. It's like,
I thought it was Kirby
as the bowl?
like mouth open and just
bowl.
and then just he's just laying on his back and his mouth's open. He's got just a bunch of food in there. I don't know if anyone wants that art on their wall, but it certainly would be an interesting piece. We got 300 bits from What Is Even This Game? Speaking on a similar experience, me and a friend were in a crowded gym, and we walked past this guy talking to his friend. The only thing we heard from their convo as we passed by was, I've never told anyone this. I got hit by a truck. Me and my friend walked a bit, almost in shock, both stopped, looked back, and they were gone. And then we burst out into laughter after the abruptness of it all. Interesting. I mean, some people get hit by trucks. It's just weird because that's an expression.
Yeah.
When an expression is true, there's a brief moment of like, that's strange. Because people are like, oh, that hit me like a truck. Which I guess you would say also if you got hit by a truck. You'd say, that truck hit me just like a truck.
There was one time, I was recently a new driver. Like, I'd just gotten my license.
Yeah.
And, I know exactly where I was in Appleton, and I was at a stoplight, and Stephanie was in the passenger seat. We were, like, jamming and looking around, and the guy next to us leaned over and went, like, like, towards us. It was really weird. And then, like, the light turned and we drove away, and we were like, what was up with that guy? It was just very strange.
There's a bit of, like,
Coffee!
I don't know, like, innate social rules when driving that you don't, like, look at people in the, like, you don't, at a stoplight, you don't, like, look over because there's just enough peripheral vision to tell someone's looking at you, and then you're gonna look at them, and you're both gonna be looking at each other, and ain't nobody need that. Just look in front of you. Even if you're at the stoplight and you're just kind of curious, don't. It's not worth it. You might lock eyes with a stranger. Too risky. Just keep driving. Reminds me of whenever we, you stare at them menacingly, assert dominance. There was one time where we were at a stoplight.
Some kids pulled up next to us.
Some kids pulled up next to us. on the left side.
They were looking for a fight.
They wanted trouble.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone that just very much wanted trouble. It was actually insane. All of them look over. There were 3 or 4 of them, because there was at least one person in the back seat, maybe 4. The passenger side window comes down. The kid...
They were teens.
The kid is almost has half of his body out of the window, and then hawks a huge loogie and just spits it on our car. And I watched this happen, and my first thought was like, Jesus Christ, you really want trouble for no reason. And then he just, like, the kid just stares at me. And I just stare at him. I'm like, what are we going to do here? This light's about to turn green, and I'm going to get on with my day. Because my options, what are my options? To ignore this, or to what? Wreck our car? Anyway, I hope that those kids found inner peace. I hope they found inner peace. They had to expel their problems. We have an art. Let's look at the art, actually. Because I'm told that this is a breakfast stream art. First off, I love breakfast stream art. We don't get enough of it, but it's fantastic, and we are willing to show it. Actually, it's great. And if... Also, I love the little propeller hat. If that became a normalized thing, I'd love to see it. I have went into restaurants and went to their websites while I'm at the restaurant because their website had photos of food. I was like, I just want to know what it looks like. Just want to know. It's you know, if you the thing on the menu is like steak and potato, and I'm like, okay, I know what that is. Steak and potato. It's probably not going to change too much. But if I'm ordering something and it's like some unique thing and they're just describing the stuff that's in it, I'm like, well, what does it look like? Sometimes you're not sure. Anyway, 300 bits from Blastoise. It says, I visited, I'm going to say...
Hyderabad?
Hyderabad?
That sounds...
Hyderabad, India.
More like it.
I'll do my best. Hyderabad? India, where the Nizam ruled. There's so many. These words are hard. Hyderabad. All right. When we visited the old palace, we learned the Nizam, similar to a king, had a huge table with paintings of food all around. Okay, so it does exist. There's, painting somewhere. Apparently, that's his menu. The cooks would make everything in the paintings, and the king would choose based on the painting. The rest of the food would be given to the people of the city. That's how it should work. Nizam. I just like pointing.
This.
It's so easy to pick. You ever been to an IHOP? Those fellas know what they're doing.
We know you like to point.
My finger point. Oh, hi, Eddie.
No picnic is complete without Tiny Eddie's iceberg nougat thins.
It's from Airbender 56. Tiny Eddie, what is the one item on your menu that requires a detailed image to determine what I am getting? Iceberg nougat thins.
Morning, Tom.
Morning, Tom. Iceberg nougat thins.
Iceberg is in lettuce or actual ice? That's the question.
Either way is not great.
Yeah.
Also, how do you put nougat in a thin? That would be thin nougat.
Very thinly sliced iceberg lettuce.
With nougat inside? Also...
It's like if you slice like a head of lettuce right, you get basically like a little steak of leaves.
Sure.
That, and then like you melt nougat down into it and let it solidify.
Also...
That's why you need a picture! That's right, item crafting.
He got the teeth. Okay, there's always... Whenever you're like... If you look at a word too long... And this can happen to any word. It commonly happens with, I think, like V. Eventually your brain's like, that's not a word. I've never seen this in my life. I don't think I've ever had a word happen that fast as nougat. I said nougat like 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, that's not a word. Not a word at all. And now I'm looking at it on my screen. It's like Tiny Eddie's iceberg nougat. And I'm like, nope, that's not real. That's not a thing. Sorry. Nougat. That's someone that wanted to invent a word and use half the vowels and just did this. That's not a word. Nougat, not nugget. Nugget is different. Nougat. God, I can't keep saying it. It's not real. Nougat. Nougat.
Is it a French word?
I don't know. It's a bad word is what it is. We should have changed it. It's too...
Tiny Eddie's Nougat Nuggets.
It's too... There's something... Why do I hate this word? It's because there's not... It has something to do with the mouth action that's going on. Nougat. Nougat.
Yeah, it's probably French.
Nougat. I don't like it. We had 901 bits from Grabobly with the Tom Teeth Star Rain. Appreciate it. Donkey Kong just smiling at me. 300 bits from Soul CP Chan who says, "Hey Stephen and Mal, do you remember playing Journey? The one with the red hood.
Nougat.
Nougat. Nougat. The red hood in the dunes. The same creators of that game made Sky Children of the Light. It's on Switch and mobile, and wondering if you would play it." I do remember Journey. Journey's great, and Journey is... It's not as good as Portal, but it reminds me of Portal in the sense that it's 3 hours long, and people should play it. And I was aware of the existence of Sky Children of the Light. I have not played it. I don't know if I will. I might get around to it. But I knew that they made that game. If that helps. Did they make something between Journey and Children of the Light?
Yes. No.
Abzu. Was it Abzu? Or was it just some of the people that worked on it?
I think some people worked on it.
It's enough that we can call it that. Because there was a lot of crossover. I don't know if it was like the same studio, but there was a lot of crossover people, so let's just say that it was. Abzu's also great. A little longer than Journey, but well worth the experience. If you need a calming game, I think that's what it is. If you're going through a turbulent time in your life and you're like, man, I'd like to sit down for like 3 to 5 hours and just like have a game that like helps me relax.
Journey.
I was gonna say Abzu.
Doesn't the end of Abzu get a little...
Yeah, but so does Journey.
Yeah.
I think Abzu's more relaxing than Journey. They're both great. Journey's more memorable, but I don't know. Games that are less than 5 hours are great. Play all the games that are short. Don't play long games. 30 Bits from Trademark says, "I just want to say I 100% support you with picture menus. Menus need way more pictures as a lot of their descriptions are terrible." Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, a lot of times the menus are describing, if they're describing a dish, they're literally just listing ingredients. It's not telling you what's going on. I would be okay with more adjectives. Mm-hmm. Although I guess you could quickly run into excess depending on how many you use. It's still not a replacement for picture menus. I'd rather see a picture. Anyway, I read all the alerts. Let me tell you about
I have a painting coming out in like a half hour. The full version.
10 minutes actually.
Of Rito Sunrise.
10 minutes, not half hour. 9 minutes almost. It's 10
Oh,
minutes.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Tell us about Panera, though. I don't have a whole lot to say about Panera. The reason I don't... I do have actually plenty to say about Panera. And then I'll tell you about my cat scan. My problems with Panera.
Tom.
Here's my problem.
We talked about that exact spot earlier, Tom.
Yeah.
Also CT scan.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I said I have to talk about Panera first.
Okay.
Panera's food's good. I'll start there. They get a point for that. The food is good. I feel like for the price, portions are a little small.
Ours doesn't keep their tables clean.
That's a separate problem.
Yeah.
That's on a location basis, but yeah, it's true. Like, And I don't think their portions are necessarily bad. I think their portions are fine. Their prices are too high.
Yeah.
Like, for what they're offering, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, cheaper. What are you doing? Cheaper. This isn't a nice sit-down place. This is Panera. Anyway, so the big problem I have, you walk into Panera, you look up at the board, and it's the name of a sandwich, and there's no ingredients.
Like
so,
Southwest sandwich.
And like this, the thing about ordering a sandwich is that sandwiches have like things on them, and they're all different, and sandwiches contain a lot of ingredients. So I understand that might take up some board space, but like I kind of need to know. It's not like, oh, every sandwich has like 2 or 3 specific ingredients, and then they all contain lettuce, tomato, whatever. That's not how it works. They're all different. There's like 20 sandwiches, and they all have different ingredients, and they don't tell you any of them. So then I have to look up and try and figure out, based on the title alone, if it's something I would be vaguely interested in, and then talk to the person and be like, so what's in that sandwich? And then they have to try and remember. So when we go in, they got the little iPads at the front where you can just order. I just do that. And if those are broken, which they have been, I will go sit down and order online and then pick it up. Because if you order online or at the iPad, you can be like, okay, now I can take my time, figure out without having to talk to a human being what is in the sandwich, and you can change stuff out. You're like, oh man, I'm going to have a grilled cheese, but they have sourdough. I'm going to use sourdough, which is something I wouldn't have thought about looking up at the menu because I'm just still trying to figure out what's on each sandwich.
That's their menu board.
I'm already mad. All right, so do you want the Chipotle chicken avocado melt? Maybe. What's on it? There's definitely chicken, and there's definitely avocado. What's the melt part? Is there cheese? It could be 6 or 7 other ingredients.
Pick another one. What do I get?
Look at all these nonsense things. One of them is called the Bacon Turkey Bravo. Yeah, bravo. You didn't tell me what was on your sandwich. You want an award for that? Anyway, we also had 300 Bits from Radio Judge who said, you read all the alerts? I think not. Although, having read this alert, now I actually have read all the alerts.
Talk about your CT scan.
Okay. So, I had the CAT scan not Friday, but the Friday before.
Yeah.
How many days ago was that? Like 10?
Yeah.
10-ish days ago. We went and picked up my results, and I had my, written results.
Radiologist results.
Radiologist results that I could read, but I was waiting to hear from my doctor. So I finally got the call from my doctor, and it wasn't my doctor, it was the doctor's office.
It was the nurse, I think.
Yeah. And
she didn't say who she was.
so she called, she said, hey, we got your results from your CAT scan, and there is some inflammation inside that we'd like to take a look at. Which is true. That was one of the things that was on my sheet. It said that my organs were all fine, but it did say that there was
It listed, gallbladder, fine. Stomach, fine. No hernia.
Yeah.
Possible previous appendectomy.
Not possible. It happened. I was there. So yeah, but one of the things that it did say is that it said that there was some inflammation in a specific spot. Okay, cool. So on the phone, she's like, we want you to have some blood work done, and to have a colonoscopy, and to have an endoscopy. And I was like, hold up. I'm cool with getting blood work. I'm cool with doing a colonoscopy. I said, why would I get an endoscopy? And she goes, oh, well, if you get an endoscopy, that helps to see the upper. I said, no. I said, I just had an endoscopy. Several weeks ago.
Oh boy!
With this doctor.
He did it.
He did it. Why would he order another endoscopy? And she's like, yeah. Well, it's what he said.
She had a very, it's Friday at 2:30 and I'm reading a piece of paper to you.
Yeah, when I answered
I want to go home. That was her attitude.
Her attitude when I first turned on the call was, is Mr. George there? And I'm like, So anyway, I told her, I said, I know they're going to call and they're going to want to schedule this stuff. Totally cool doing a colonoscopy. I figured it was going to come to that anyway, but can you please relay a message to the doctor?
That you need an answer?
That I need to know why I'm getting another endoscopy? Because, I had one. And, I'm not an endoscopy expert. It'd be kind of ridiculous if I was. But, if there is a reason, then okay. But if it's oh, whoops! You did have one. Our bad. Then I'm going to be mad. And if it's, well, I didn't look hard enough the first time. I better look again. I'm going to be mad. So it's pretty likely I'm going to be mad no matter what. But maybe not. Maybe it'll be oh, this was different. This time we put it in further. The reason that I don't care a lot is because if they have to do a colonoscopy,
the prep is the same. You don't have to do something different.
Well,
for
they're gonna do it all at the same time.
Yeah.
You're already going in one side. You can go on the other side too if you want. I'm gonna be asleep. I don't care.
As long as insurance covers it a second time.
But even if they cover it, I'm gonna get stuck.
Oh yeah, you're still gonna have a copay and co-insurance.
Yeah.
Which,
So,
to those of you who aren't in the U.S., we could explain those things and why you have different payments.
Yeah. It's just... I eagerly await hearing from this doctor. And I can almost guarantee you that I just won't. I will probably get a call from the scheduling, and they'll be like, we're going to schedule your colonoscopy and your endoscopy. And I'm going to be like, did the doctor say why I'm getting an endoscopy? They'll be like, nope. I can almost guarantee you that's going to happen. Love it. Love it. Tomorrow I'll go get the blood work done. That'll be easy. And then just wait on them to call.
Yeah.
And I bet I'm still not going to be able to eat a stupid camera. I'm gonna ask them, be like, can I have the camera? And they'll be like, oh no, you can't have the camera. We gotta do it manually. Back to the Hurley boy. Let the boy eat a camera! If he wants an endoscopy, demand a camera. Listen. We can make this work. I want to eat a camera. You want to put a camera down my throat again. What are we going to do? They did a sample. Biopsy.
They biopsied 2 things already.
Anyway, by the end of this, hopefully we'll have answers. We're just, we're not there yet. Anyway, 300 bits from Yami Florence. It says, I've gotten the bacon turkey Bravo many times. One of the ingredients is Bravo sauce. I still have no idea what it is. I feel like I've had that before, too.
I think you have too.
But, it's a process, because you have to look it up before you know. And mouse painting is out. That's our sign to
to wrap up breakfast stream.
As a reminder, I can't say me, I will be back, and Mal will have transformed into Dan. Well, not transformed, but Dan will be sitting here.
Yes.
We will be here at 3 p.m. Eastern to play Lego Star Wars, courtesy of Nintendo. So, tune on in. Was that 4 hours? 4.5 hours? Yeah, in 4.5 hours, come back. And we'll play Lego Star Wars. And then later tonight is Disco only on John's channel. And otherwise, I don't really have anything for you. There's 2 vlogs that are scheduled for today, and 2 vlogs that are scheduled for tomorrow. And I'll keep trying to work at it and keep trying to get stuff out. And that's it.
Yeah.
Dan is not allowed to sit on my side of the couch. You just can't do it. It messed me up. I wouldn't know what to do. We had to switch spots to play It Takes Two.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest Let's Play I've ever done as a result. I sit on this side. I can't sit on the other side. It's like going to a restaurant that doesn't have pictures.